The defeat at Stalingrad marked a turning point in the Second World War, where the momentum shifted from Germany to the Soviet Union. Stalingrad had a major impact on German morale and strategy. The previously invincible Wehrmacht began to lose confidence. Soviet Union soldiers on the other hand got a tremendous moral boost from this victory. However, despite experiencing major defeats, Adolf Hitler and the German leaders did not give up. They planned a massive counteroffensive to restore their power on the Eastern Front. This attack was planned in an area known as the Kursk bulge, a large bulge that jutted out into the German front line. The Oberkommando der Wehrmacht planned a major attack codenamed Operation Citadel. The aim of the operation was to destroy the Soviet forces massed around the Kursk bulge by encircling and destroying Soviet troops at Kursk. From July 5 to August 23, 1943, this battle took place on the Eastern Front, between Nazi German troops and the Soviet Union. The Battle of Kursk is known as the largest tank battle in history, especially in the Prokhorovka area. This attack was carried out on two main axes, namely the northern and southern parts of the Kursk bulge. In the north, the German army, led by General Walter Model, attacked the Soviet positions which were very strongly defended. Meanwhile, in the south, the army under the command of General Erich von Manstein tried to break through the Soviet defenses and encircle them from both sides. German troops were equipped with advanced tanks such as the Panzer V Panther and Panzer V Tiger, which were considered superior tanks in terms of armament and armor protection. But the Soviet Union had early built a layered defense with thousands of hidden tank traps, mines, and artillery pieces. On July 12, 1943, in one of the most terrible tank battles in world history, about 800 Soviet tanks, mostly T-34s, fought against more than 300 German tanks, including Tigers and Panthers. Although the German tanks were technically superior, Soviet strength in tank numbers, close combat tactics, and clever use of the battlefield stopped the German attack. The Soviet Union lost many tanks, but they managed to force the Germans to retreat without achieving their objectives. The Battle of Prokhorovka became a symbol of Soviet victory in confronting superior technology with strategy and perseverance. The Battle of Prokhorovka became a symbol of Soviet victory in confronting superior technology with strategy and perseverance. Both sides deployed massive air power during this battle. The Luftwaffe, German Air Force, conducted intensive air attacks in support of ground forces, trying to weaken the Soviet position. However, the Soviet Air Force, VVS, was also actively involved, using fighters and bombers to stop German air attacks. Fierce air battles took place throughout the Kursk area, but overall, Soviet air defenses were able to withstand Luftwaffe pressure. After the Germans suffered heavy losses at Prokhorovka and were unable to penetrate the Soviet defenses, the Soviet Union began launching a massive counteroffensive. On July 12, 1943, the same day as the Battle of Prokhorovka, the Soviets launched Operation Kutuzov, a major offensive north of Kursk to destroy German forces in the Ural region. These attacks pushed the German forces back, destroyed their positions, and ultimately forced the Germans to withdraw from the entire Kursk area. The Battle of Kursk ended in late August 1943 with a major defeat for Germany. German forces lost approximately 200,000 troops, more than 1,000 tanks, and hundreds of aircraft. These material and human losses meant that Germany was no longer able to launch a major attack on the Eastern Front. On the other hand, the Soviet Union began to gain great momentum and continued to launch counterattacks which ultimately pushed Germany back to Berlin in 1945.